11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Welcome to Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada for round 4 of Vice Wars as the Las Vegas Fury play host to the Denver Nightwings. Good evening, everyone. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, presented by APM Music. I am Mike Daggs. Alongside me in the booth, the Hall of Fame quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, the Bronze Bomber himself, Matt Wilson. Nathan Blake is tracking the live stats for us once again tonight. Matt, are you ready to get this one started?
Oh, I'm ready. Are you
I am ready, Matt. This young rivalry has been dubbed Vice Wars and has produced 3 excellent games so far, the best of which came just 3 weeks ago in Week 10. Tonight, Denver is looking to solidify their first-place seed, while Vegas is looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. They need a win, and they'll need some help tomorrow night. In Week 10, Matt, Denver got it done through the air with quarterback Josh Miller throwing for nearly 370 yards. Vegas, they put the rock in the hands of Robert Redford, who ran for 283 yards, including 2 carries for 80 yards apiece. There's a lot on the line. What do we have to look forward to tonight?
Yeah, both teams have a lot to play for tonight. Having home field advantage throughout the playoffs will be an extraordinary advantage for Denver. They have to be seen as the overwhelming favorite in this matchup. However, never underestimate an underdog fighting for their playoff lives. Robert Redford has to be a major factor for Vegas. For Denver, they feature a much more balanced offense. Miller or McChesney can really take over a game. Will Denver clinch the number 1 seed, or will Vegas keep their playoff hopes alive? Mike, there's only one way to find out, and that's on the field.
All right, Matt, this rivalry currently sits with 2 wins for Vegas and 1 for Denver. Let's head down to the field to get this one started in just a moment. Las Vegas is set to kick this ball away wearing their Vice Wars uniforms. Both of these teams, when they are hosting the game at home, wear a special uniform just for this matchup alone.
Looks like I got puked out of the 80s.
Wow, Matt throwing shade already. Ay. What will I do with you? Bryce Battle returns the kick for the Denver Nightwings up to the 22-yard line, and that is where we will see quarterback Josh Miller leading his offense out onto the field. Over 3,000 yards through the air so far this season, 22 touchdowns, 12 picks, which is best in the league, the lowest amount of interceptions by any quarterback to play every game this season. 74% completion percentage for Miller. Miller to throw on the first play from scrimmage. This one good for a gain of 6 all the way up to the 28-yard line. Steve Aoki with the reception.
Yeah, good start. It'll be interesting to see what Denver's strategy is going to be. Are they going to, like I say, very balanced attack? Are they going to pound the rock early, or are they going to just air it out? I'm not sure.
3 receivers on the field for the Nightwings on second down. Miller hands the ball off to McChesney, running straight up the middle. Good for a first down and a little bit more up to the 34-yard line. Let's take a look at the key players here on this Denver Nightwing offense, led by quarterback Josh Miller, the halfback Jared McChesney in his 3rd season. Wide receivers are Giacomo Jones, Bryce Battle, and Logan Keel. The tight end is Avery Allen. Allen, a rookie this season, signed in Week 4, having a great season thus far. First down and 10, ball carried by McChesney, no gain on the play. And Matt, when these teams met back in Week 10, it was a game for the ages. 6 lead changes in the first half alone, 44 combined points going into halftime. 8 lead changes total would seal the win for Denver. A field goal in the final minute gave them the lead, and then they picked off a pass from Thomas Rahman. And that was it for that game. Miller, quick pass over the middle, first down. Oh, and more. Nice spin move gets him about 20 extra yards all the way up to the Vegas 32-yard line. Great catch and run by Logan Keel.
Yep, there's some yards after catch there, and Denver's really humming.
2 minutes already gone in this one. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Miller, 7-step drop back to pass. Out route is complete over the middle. That one good to Avery Allen, his first touch of the ball game inside the red zone. First down and 10 from the 17.
I'm a Vegas fan. I got to be a little concerned so far. Their defense, besides one McChesney kind of stop early, has not been able to really do much in this first drive to slow down Denver.
Denver has been picking them apart at will so far. Miller play action, fires over the middle. That one nearly intercepted, but still it was hauled in by Aoki. Good for a gain of 9. Let's take a look at those players on the Las Vegas Fury defense. Defensive lineman Rhett Sawyer, Jason Kiriakis, DeMarcus Anderson. Linebackers are Jet Zero, Thomas St. Gunn, Bobby Ross. Corners are Freddie Trammell, Marikai Terra, and Thomas Rahman Jr. Safeties, Jonathan Taylor Sconsing. And this one's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. McChesney off tackle to the right, and he's in. Denver's got some points on the board.
You cannot tackle McChesney by the feet. Look at that. Now, not happening. This is a power back, and Denver just balanced, honestly. A few throws, a few runs, not much resistance. So this Vegas offense really needs to get on its horse and get going, because it could be another high-scoring affair.
Just like that, Matt, Denver has points on the board early in this one. Extra point try coming up. Kramer Jackman on for the conversion kick. High snap, hauled in, kick is up, and it is good. Denver scores a touchdown on their opening drive, and now it's going to be up to the Las Vegas Fury to respond. Taking a look at the top 6 playoff standings, Denver currently sitting up there in first place, looking to seal that with a win tonight. They would be locked in at number 1. Jackman kicking off to Max Jackson, 3 yards deep into his own end zone. He will take it out. Jackson gets it up to the 23-yard line, and that is where the Las Vegas Fury offense will take over, led by Thomas Rahman at quarterback. Taking a look at the wild card race, Matt, you see down at number 12, Las Vegas. They need the win tonight to continue their playoff hopes. They will need some help tomorrow night to actually move up above the dreaded dashed line of death. The guillotine, as you call it. On the first carry for Vegas, Robert Redford getting a gain of 4. Matt, he absolutely went off against this Nightwing defense. Just 3 weeks ago, 22 carries for 283 yards. He scored 3 touchdowns. And Matt, those 3 touchdowns came on 2 runs from 80 yards and 1 from 72. Absolutely just shredding the defense on the ground.
He's going to have another game like that tonight.
Pump fake by Rahman, and down he goes. Sacked on the play by Bailey Baca, now with double-digit sacks on the season with 10.5.
The old country club. Look at that big boy. Just gave the guy the old, hit him right across the face, boop, right around the center there, and center guard, and it's too easy. I didn't like they didn't run Redford again. You know, you don't want to put your quarterback in unnecessary harm, and, you know, running game's got to be your MO, and here we go. He's not in there again.
Baca with 1 sack in their matchup in Week 10, already one here early in the first quarter. Pass over the middle is complete. That one good for a first down. Nice pitch and catch by Rahman. First down and 10 to Memphis Blue.
Looked like it was a little behind Blue. Yeah, a little behind. Makes a nice adjustment there. And gets the first down, and Vegas drive continues.
Take a look at the key players here on this Las Vegas Fury offense, led by quarterback Thomas Rahman. The halfback is Robert Redford. Fullback Jack Russell. Wide receivers are Brett Funk, John Blades, and Memphis Blue, who we just saw on that last reception. Rahman to throw once again, going deep over the middle. That one tipped and incomplete. And Matt Thomas Rahman, He's taken a lot of chances so far this season. 2,241 yards, 11 touchdowns, but 24 interceptions. Not the most in the league, but it's up there. And some of them have come on plays like that.
When you got a back like Redford, use him in the passing game some. He's a dominant player. Just heaving the ball up like that. Not a good idea for Robin, at least so far this season.
Redford getting the carry on second down, this time only gaining a yard up to the 38-yard line. Will bring up a third down and long.
Well, let's see if they're keying on him this game. But like I said, you can move your running back around, use him in different ways, and see if he's out on the field again.
5 wide on third down. Rahman in the gun. Rahman has time, fires over the middle. That one's incomplete, dropped by Marion Cabretti. And that will put an end to the first drive of the night by Las Vegas. And Matt, we talked about it in the opening. Robert Redford really, the kind of the one-man offense here. He really led the way for Las Vegas throughout the season. And, he's averaging 5.9 yards per carry on the season. That's good for third place in the league. Definitely one of the top rushers. Also third place in yardage with 1,362. Fourth place in touchdowns with 13. We'll have to see if he gets more involved on their next drive. But next up, Denver Nightwings back on offense. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. Silver State Stadium is the site of tonight's ball game. Denver 7, Las Vegas nothing. Denver getting ready to start their second drive of the night. Miller steps up into the pocket. Throws tipped and nearly picked off. Good pass coverage by the Las Vegas Fury defense. Second down.
Yeah, but if you're the underdog in this game, you got to make some turnovers, some big plays. And there was a chance right there for Vegas just slipping through their fingers.
Trips formation to the top of the screen. Miller making a change to the play at the line. Miller out route is complete, but losing some yards after the reception is Giacomo Jones. Good for a gain of 3. He'll bring up a third down and 7.
And, I wouldn't mind seeing them run out of that formation. Vegas came out in a nickel, and when you have a power back like McChesney, he's got a chance to, with not a lot of people on the line, blow through some big holes. But we'll see if they change their strategy or run that play perhaps a little later.
They're down and 7. Miller out route to the bottom. Jones once again, but he's going to go out of bounds 1 yard shy. It actually looked like about half a yard shy, Matt, but they're going to mark it as a 4th down and 1. And Las Vegas catches a little bit of a break there as Denver will need to punt.
Yeah, I think Jones got spun around. His foot was on the line, but the ball was behind it. So, that's a long one. That's not even close. So, good stop for the Las Vegas defense. They did what they had to do. Now their offense has to step up.
Lily Long punts the ball away for the Nightwings. Max Jackson standing back at his own 30-yard line, gets it up to the 37. And that is where Thomas Rahman will take over once again on offense. Postseason, Matt, right around the corner. We're in the final week of the regular season. Wildcard games start on October 12th. Wildcard games will be at 5 and 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the quarterfinals will begin October 15th and 16th, with the semifinals being a week after that. First down and 10 for the Fury from their own 37-yard line. I formation. Rahman to throw, checks it down. That one good for a gain of about 3 yards to Jack Russell, the fullback. 2nd and 7.
It's not the guy you want to see him check the ball down to, because there wasn't much there. If you get it to a guy like Redford, he can make a move, make a big play. But when you're checking down to the fullback, there's not a lot of real estate. You're not going to get anything.
Jack Russell, a Week 12 signing of the Fury, got him to help block for Redford and even getting him involved in the pass game there. Memphis Blue with a first down catch. 21 yards on 2 catches. And, Matt, this is interesting so far what we're seeing. We're seeing a little bit more of the air attack out of Las Vegas. Thomas Rahman in the last game against Denver, the last rendition of Vice Wars here back in Week 10, Rahman only completed 8 passes the entire game. The whole game, he just completed 8 passes. Only tried 14 times, 56 yards. No touchdowns. He did have 2 picks, including the one that sealed their fate. Robert Redford not really getting a whole lot going here yet. He only gains 1, 2nd and 9 from midfield.
The old no huddle. Let's see how they do. Uh-oh.
Hands the ball off to Redford again, and he is stuffed in the backfield, tackled for a loss.
They gotta have a pass out of this, or they're in deep trouble.
They're down in 12. They will indeed throw. Rahman over the middle. That one's complete, and he's just short. I thought he might have fallen across the line, but Brett Funk is going to be marked down at the 42-yard line, 1 yard shy of the sticks.
Yeah, I'd love another look at that. I think his body hit maybe before he extended, but
it looked like his knee went down. Yeah.
Well, we'll see if they're.
Rahman's still on the field, looking to see if he can get somebody to jump.
Yeah, I don't like this for. Well, I think they have the advantage up front for a run.
I'd hand this off, but it doesn't look like they are going to, as Rahman burns a timeout.
Well, at least they waited till the end of the clock. What grinds my gears is when they call the timeout with 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what are you doing? If you're going to try to make him jump, or at least wait it out. Especially, man, we've talked about it before in previous games. When you have players on the line like Bailey Baca, he's double-digit sacks on the year, great defensive tackle, but sometimes those great tackles, those great defensive ends, they can be a little twitchy at the line sometimes. That's how they get some of those sacks, trying to get that early jump, and it's always a possibility. That punt will be downed in the end zone. Almost died there at the half-yard line, but it'll be a touchback for Denver as they look to get things going again here. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Seven 7-0 here late in the first quarter. Denver back on the field on offense. 2 drives by Las Vegas have yielded no points for them. Denver forced to punt on their last drive. See what they can do here. Out route to the top of the screen is complete. Hauled in by Logan Keel and good for a gain of 5. Matt, the run game really didn't get going for Denver at all. Complete opposite of Las Vegas last time these teams met. McChesney had 26 carries. They handed it off to him quite a bit, but averaged only 2.8 yards per carry. Last week, a whole different story. 29 carries for almost 200 yards, averaging almost 7 yards a carry. Be interesting to see how they use McChesney tonight. There's a handoff there. Nothing on that. That's one. Bring up a 3rd down and 4.
See him string them out. so he had to go east-west. He's not an east-west kind of guy, and tackle him on the sides, swarm to him. Don't let him get momentum going up the middle, or you could be having a very bad day or have a very embarrassing picture taking of you on the ground.
3rd down and 4. Taking a look at the live chat taking place on the 11 Sports Network Twitch page. Miller over the middle. That one.
Oh!
Great interception by Jonathan Taylor Sconsing to put an end to that Denver drive.
Vegas with some weird corner blitz that didn't do a darn thing right there. But I don't know, he was just running over to a guy, but just great coverage there. And remember what I said, the underdog team needs those turnovers to, have a better shot. And Las Vegas has done that. Now you got to score off those turnovers.
Taylor Sconsing, the 11th pick in this last draft here in the Simulation Football League. 5, now 6 interceptions. For Taylor Sconsing. Redford on 1st down, good for a gain of 2. This Denver defense, Matt, so far has really stepped up to try to control what Robert Redford's been able to do on the ground. So far, he's only got just a handful of yards, 5, in fact. 5 rushing attempts for 5 yards.
Well, that doesn't mean you don't stop going to the well, because as you noted earlier, he can rip off some big runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Any carry can be a touchdown when you put it in Robert Redford's hands. Pump fake by Rahman, trying to check it down to Redford. Hit as he threw, and that one is incomplete. Nick Miller providing the pressure will bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Rahman's still a fairly young player, and he had his halfback open at the bottom of the screen. And sometimes you just gotta, take your eyes off the deep ball and just check it down and get yourself, 4 or 5 yards, make it a more manageable 3rd.
Matt, look at this Denver defense. Everybody but 2 players on the line. 5 wide for Vegas. Pressure coming on his right-hand side. That one is incomplete. And that'll bring an end to the 3rd drive for Las Vegas, and they will have to punt once again.
Yeah, and they're throwing it to another one of their not so heralded receivers, one of the bench guys. When you go 5 wide,
that's the risk sometimes.
And unfortunately, Mike, you can't say throw it to the tight end, because they don't have a quality starting caliber tight end. So you're going to see a lot of those receivers.
4th down and 8. Lonnie Pofo on to punt for the Fury.
Hopefully he can do a better job than last time. Look out!
Oh, nearly blocked. It was a low snap. Hauled in by Battle at the 10. He'll get up to the 13-yard line, and Denver will take over on offense once again. Speaking of the draft, Matt, live from the 11 Sports Studios, the first round and season preview of the Season 14 SFL Draft, Saturday, December 14th. You can go hashtag from the couch to the field. Visit our website, simulationfl.net, to find out more about how you can get involved and make an impact. 1st down and 10. Pass over the middle is complete to Avery Allen. Good for a gain of 8 and 2nd down.
Why is that always a couch? Sometimes people like a nice, comfy lounge chair,
or a wheelchair, as the case might be.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Cam's hashtag isn't ADA acceptable.
We'll have to work on
coming
that.
from my end.
Hashtag from wherever you are to the field. McChesney, nothing on 2nd down. In fact, he will lose a couple. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Big game for both of these teams, Matt, as Denver's looking to secure that home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Las Vegas Fury fighting for their playoff lives right now. If they win, they stay alive. If they lose, they are done. This could be it for the Fury here tonight.
Oh no, the slightly overweight lady could be starting to sing, but not nearly yet. Oh.
Deep pass over the middle, complete. First down and 10. After this break, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Stay tuned. 2nd quarter starts right around the corner. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on the 11 Sports Network is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House, and brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new sflinteractive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL, and by MediaTek Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. Beautiful nighttime shots of Las Vegas. And Matt, they better be careful where they point that drone. You never know what you're going to see on the streets of Las Vegas.
Bills flashing around.
First and 10 for the Night Wings. Short pass over the middle is complete.
God.
Giacomo Jones gets absolutely lit up by Thomas Rahman Jr.
I think it woke him up.
I think that might have been, was that Bryce Battle that made that reception? Oof.
Yeah.
Good catch by Battle, but he might be regretting being over the middle on that
He
one.
jumped up and was pumping his fist.
Huh?
That
Might have been for show.
People get concussed before and then pumping their fist. Oh!
McChesney, nothing on that one. It's been the story of the night so far for the run game by both teams.
Wow, I thought McChesney was hurt for a sec. Wouldn't that be a story?
McChesney actually the leading rusher so far tonight by either squad, Matt, with 13 yards on 6 rushing attempts for 2.2 yards per carry. It just has not been a ground game yet.
I got to bust out my wheels. I think I could do better than that. Or QB draw, baby.
Miller in the gun, split backs in the backfield. Miller throws. That one nearly intercepted as well. Some dangerous throws by Miller so far, Matt. Will bring up a third down and a long 10 yards.
Some play call, like the first series, Denver couldn't call a better game, and this last 2 series have been a little shaky. This is when Vegas needs to unleash Rhett Sawyer on the quarterback here. The big man right in the middle.
3 down linemen for the Fury. Miller in the gun. Miller has time, wide open. Giacomo Jones at the top of your screen, complete for a first down up to the 33-yard line.
And all bad decisions were forgiven with a first down. It
All
matters what you do
washed
on
away.
third down. You could have the worst 2 plays in the world, but if you get a first down on third, that's all that matters.
You know, Miller with an interception earlier on in this game, but very, very careful with the ball all throughout the season. Mentioned it earlier, Matt, only 12 interceptions, now 13, but still the best in the league at protecting that football.
Who's second?
Well, I would have to look that back up, Matt.
Way to be on the ball.
Absolutely. Ball is handed off to McChesney, off tackle to the left. Gets some good yards on that one, past the 20 before he is knocked out of bounds. Brought down on the play by Max Jackson and slow to get up again, Matt.
Yeah, I got a little concerned for the Fury. You get McChesney on the outside. All he has to do is just blow that one man into oblivion and he might score, but luckily enough, Max Jackson put a stop to that run.
You know, the nice thing about our website, Matt, simulationfl.net, not only can you go there and join our Discord community to become part of the action, but you also can get stats like that. Number 2 at protecting the football, and I think you asked just because you're trolling me, is a one Matt Wilson from the Mexico City Aztecs. Congratulations to you, Matt. Miller fires towards the end zone. Tip. Almost picked off. I think I've said that 14 times tonight. Taylor Sconsing almost has his second interception, but the ball falls to the turf. 2nd and 10.
Like I say, it's the interception battle. I'm second, he's first. So we'll see how the rest of this game goes for him. But watch out, Max Jackson is very capable of taking one to the house. So
Absolutely.
just keep running your slants, your outs. Don't test this team deep.
Miller under center. Play action. Steps up into the pocket. Pressure was coming, and that one's picked off. Intercepted, and it's being taken back the other way past the 20-yard line. And the most unlikely of interceptors is Bobby Ross, the Week 9 signing of the Fury. Outside linebacker Bobby Ross with what I believe is his first career interception, Matt.
Go, Bobby, go. He looks like a defensive back. I mean, a defensive tackle, but yeah.
Yeah, not exactly the highest of speeds in those legs.
Doesn't matter. He got the ball, and Another pick for Miller.
Got two picks for Miller now tonight. And Robert Redford has the handoff. And now he's going to show what he's capable of, spinning his way past the 34-yard line. First down and 10, and he just doubled his rush yards, actually tripled them on one carry.
Kevin Bacon would have been proud. Do a little dance here. Whoop. Right here. Whoop. Whoop. That's why you got to keep handing Redford the ball, because it wasn't the biggest of gains, but you got your first down, and if he starts heating up, oh boy. Because Denver hasn't shown the ability to move the ball besides that first drive, so could be a low-scoring affair.
Redford not on the field for this first down play. And Thomas Rahman pays the price. That happened earlier on in the game too, Matt. Nick Miller getting the sack, but we saw that with an empty backfield set where Bailey Baca got in on the sack, and that time Nick Miller.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you keep him in, at least as far as even protection-wise? So hopefully they learn from that mistake twice.
Redford takes a handoff off tackle to the right, spins past the defender, and tries to break a tackle. Matt, that is what he is so good at. If you watch back to anybody who did not see the Week 10 game, after this one is done, go back and watch that game. That one was phenomenal, watching some of the runs by Redford. That is the sort of thing you would see. He'd spin past one defender, he'd break the tackle of another, and then 80 yards later, he's in the end zone. It was just sick to watch.
Yeah, and look, now his average is higher than Miller's, so that's what I'm just saying. You got to keep handing him the ball, giving him different looks, different run sets, involve him in the pass game. He's probably your best weapon.
Absolutely. Oh, great block there. Redford with the juke move and carrying defenders past the line to gain. First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Robert Redford is heating up.
Looking like your son on that one play. Just keep the feet churning.
Yeah. The video I shared. First down and 10, Las Vegas. That play stuffed in the backfield, 1 yard loss will bring up a second down and 11.
Well, you can't win them all, but you got to keep trying. Now let's see if they go back to Redford again, or if they decide to, throw them off a little bit since they've gone to the
I formation. That one is checked down to the fullback.
God.
What a hit. 3-yard gain will bring up a third down and 8. Jack Russell with the reception.
I believe that's what he got last time, too. So, Russell's good for 3. So if it's 3rd and 3, throw it to Russell.
Russell will get it done.
It's 3rd and 4 might not be the best idea.
Or 3rd and 8 as the case is right now.
Oh, I don't like this.
Again, press coverage. Pressure will be coming. Watch that defensive line. Pressure coming through the middle. Thrown into triple coverage. Kind of sidearmed that one, trying to hit Memphis Blue. That one is incomplete, covered by Nicholas Warner.
I mean, the pocket was collapsing. He didn't have much of a window to throw that ball to. He had to alter his trajectory because of the pressure. It's not a good look. So, another punt.
A lot of viewers watching on many different platforms. We appreciate everybody being here, watching us on 11 Sports. There are 71 viewers that are watching on Twitch and participating in the live Twitch chat right now on the 11 Sports Network Twitch page. If you want to join in on that chat, you can head over to twitch.tv/11sportsnext and participate in that chat. But for right now, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Stay with us. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Denver taking over at their own 20-yard line after that punt rolls into the end zone. I'm Mike Daggs, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson, Nathan Blake. Our stats man, as always, appreciate him being there for us week after week after week. Giacomo Jones out of bounds on that one, second down.
And they threw a similar pass to Jones earlier, and he was able to kind of stop and get his 2 feet in, but that time he led a little bit further out. So that play goes nowhere.
Miller threw the ball 45 times in their matchup in Week 10. Already has thrown it 17 times tonight.
Denver's got a major mismatch up front with those safeties playing way back.
Miller will throw, checks it down to McChesney in the backfield behind the line of scrimmage. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Thomas St. Gunn in on the tackle, 3rd down and 10.
A little confusing on that play. Usually in that set, I see, some kind of swing pass. It didn't look like a swing. It looked like, McChesney stopped, and then by the time he got the ball, he had to get momentum going again. By the time he did that, it was too late.
5 wide on 3rd down. Miller in the gun. Miller fires over the middle, and that one's picked off. Intercepted yet again. Freddie Trammell with the interception, his 2nd on the season.
The Wilson curse continues.
Wow.
Yeah,
Miller's so careful with the ball all season long, and now this.
There's kind of there's a delay in the release by the receiver, but trying to fool Las Vegas's D, but they weren't fooled.
Trammell, a Week 7 rookie addition to this Fury squad, and he has had a great season since then. He even has half a sack, Matt. A couple tackles for a loss, 3 passes defense, now a pair of interceptions, one of which was a pick 6. Robert Redfield takes that pass in the backfield, but tackled behind the line. Loss of 2, Justin Jones with the tackle.
Another weird dump off. You got to get your running back momentum going forward, but when he stopped, it's so hard for him to get going again, especially when the defenders are near.
Rahman under center on 2nd and 12. Quick pass over the middle. That one's caught. Gets some of that yardage back. About half of it. 3rd down and 6. Cabretti with the catch.
Still not a fan of that set. Miller isn't taking a long drop. It's a short drop, but with Bailey Baca in your face, it might not be such a great idea. We'll see. They might prove me wrong. I mean, I've been fooled or proven wrong many, many times in my broadcasting career.
Trips formation on 3rd down and 6. Rahman back to pass. Fires. Complete to Memphis Blue and good for a 1st down up inside the 15. They'll mark him down at the 14-yard line. This drive will keep on going, and Las Vegas, Matt, they're looking to get some points on the board here.
Good job by the O-line. I think Rahman's first read was completely knocked over on the line, so he had to sit, wait, and find his open man.
Rahman 8 of 14. Last time these teams met, 8 of 13. Now 9 of 14 on that one. Only good for a gain of 1, but already completed more passes here in the first half than he completed in their entire last matchup. Last week, Matt, they were on a bye, actually. 2 weeks ago, they won at New Orleans 20-14. Rahman was 14 of 24 for 223 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks in that one. So definitely want to see Robert Redford getting that ball, keep that ball safe on the ground. Redford taking the handoff here, trying to get past the line. He can't. Stuffed after a very short gain. 3rd down and 9.
And Denver doing a great job of the same thing I talked about with McChesney. They string him out diagonally almost, and he just couldn't make anything happen.
2 very important games coming up tomorrow night. Baltimore at Queen City and Sioux Falls at Chicago. If Las Vegas can win tonight, they'll be watching both of those games with eagle eyes. Rahman throws over the middle. That one is somehow caught by Chris Knight inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 2, 1st down and goal. I thought that was going to be swatted down for sure, Matt.
Well, Knight looks like a small guy. He fit right into that soft spot. It was a great pass by Rahman. And now you've got Redford. I'd spread him out. And boy, this is a tough front to run against. But you got to come up with something here to get Redford into the end zone.
Redford takes the handoff. Oh, and he's crushed right at the line. Nicholas Warner stuffs him. No gain on the play.
Well, I think you need another play design.
I'd just run it again, whether you change the formation or what. You just got to keep handing it off to Redford until he gets this in.
More heavy. Screen to the bottom would be great right now.
Redford takes the handoff. Oh, in the backfield again. This time for a 3-yard loss. Brought down by Justin Jones. What will we see on third down? We will have to find out after the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Stay tuned. There's more football action right around the corner. Welcome back to the final 2 minutes of the first half. Very low scoring game so far in this one. Third down and goal. Las Vegas looking to punch it into the end zone. Rahman alone in the backfield, 5 wide.
This quick slant would be great here.
Back to pass, fires over the middle, double coverage, picked off. And that is going to prevent any points from being put on the board on that drive. Nicholas Warner had a great stop of Redford earlier and now picked it off in the end zone.
Yeah, I said slant. There was a slant, but yeah, that was not the best thrown ball. He just jumped right in front of it, and luckily he was smart enough to stay in the end zone.
Yep. Wow. So Denver puts a stop to that one and takes over back on their own 20-yard line. Minute 56 to go and all 3 timeouts. Handing the ball off to McChesney. He goes absolutely nowhere. Max Jackson bringing him down for a loss on the play, and neither team will call a timeout. They're just going to let this clock run for now, Matt.
So far what I've seen is the defenses are going to make the quarterbacks beat them. It's going to be Rahman and Miller because the running backs are having trouble, especially in the red zone for Redford's case, getting anything going.
Miller, play action, pressure coming. Hits Giacomo Jones.
Oh!
Absolutely leveled. I don't know what was worse, that hit by Merrick Itera or you screaming at it.
He got speared out of the sky, man. He got warped into another dimension.
My goodness. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Third down and inches. The crowd here in Vegas on their feet. Ball is handed off to McChesney. He's got the first down up to the 36-yard line, and Denver will go into the hurry-up.
I don't know if this is the formation you want to run hurry up out of, but maybe we'll see.
Out route to McChesney. That one's incomplete. Gosh, if that one could have been picked off there by Thomas Rahman Jr., nothing but green grass ahead of him.
Might have been a strategic drop by McChesney. Now it stops the clock, allows Denver to get into a better passing formation. I think they were playing it conservative until they saw what they got. Now, I mean, look at that rating for Miller. The Wilson curse is real.
Not a good outing from 2 wide receivers and split backs in the backfield. Miller will throw, fires over the middle. That was almost picked off too, and it is 4 interceptions now for Miller on the day.
Well,
what a game so far by this Fury defense.
He paid the price, but watch this hit. Oof. Everyone's getting nailed out of their boots. But, Mike, 4 turnovers, 0 points scored.
Yeah,
Vegas has to do something. 38 seconds. Dial up some of your best pass calls here. Try to get into field goal range at least. Put 3 on the board going into the half.
Jonathan Taylor-Sconsing, 2 interceptions so far on the day for him.
Or run the ball.
Redford running up the middle. 32 seconds.
Well,
Vegas with 2 timeouts.
They gotta hurry.
Attempting to get at least in field goal
Hello?
range. Mick warming up his legs on the sideline. Redford spins
Ah!
past 2 defenders.
Timeout! Timeout!
And timeout is called by Las Vegas immediately after that play. Let's take a look at this replay.
Look at him. Whoop! 2 men. See ya. Gets you right into field goal range. That's exactly what you're looking for. That's why I was saying use Redford in other ways. That's a great way to do it.
Mick warming up his legs. This one would be right now from 50 yards. His long on the season is 51, which maybe not so ironically, Matt, came in week 10 against Denver. 16 of 18 on the season, but still a little bit more time left on the clock.
Not against running the ball here to get closer. Right at the bottom.
Pump fake going deep, trying to get it all, and he can't do it. That one nearly picked off out of the hands of B.J. Armstrong, 2nd and 10.
Robin had a guy open. If he had thrown it a little bit further, that would have been 6. Let's see on the replay here. Watch this man wide open, and Armstrong just sitting there in zone, not really moving.
It just kind of
actually,
out. He's like,
I think he
I'll
pulled up.
just spot that down.
Yeah, I think he pulled up because he saw the ball was short. But
Yeah,
man, I would have liked to see that ball about 7 yards further. Would have been an interesting attempt at a catch.
Yep, I agree. And
Well,
looks
here
like
we
they will
go.
indeed line up for the 50-yard try. Mick 16 of 18 on the season so far, looking to get Las Vegas's first points of the night. Good snap from the right hash. Kick is on its way, and it is good. Barely getting across that crossbar.
Sweet.
And Las Vegas finally getting some points on the board with 8 seconds to go in the first half.
So 4 turnovers, 3 points. I mean, you're Denver. I guess you're happy with that. But whoa,
That one didn't even hit the net, man.
I think he's kicking into the wind. But you know, no matter if it's long or if it's short, as long as it goes through the uprights, that's all that matters.
And this game could definitely come down to field goals, and 2 of the league's finest field goal kickers in this game here tonight. Kramer Jackman on the other side of the field, Matt. He had 5 field goals for Denver when they met in week 10, 2 of which were from 52 yards. So both of these kickers able to absolutely peg it from long distance. Fun fact about Kramer Jackman, he's literally never missed. 55 of 55 on his career.
Yeah, I think Denver just wants to run this ball, get to the half, because they've turned it over on 4 straight possessions.
Yes, indeed they have. Now, this one, I don't, well, with any luck for Denver, they won't turn it over on this possession as there's only 4 seconds left.
Oh, my God.
Miller will throw.
Oh, no.
That one's incomplete. 2 seconds. My goodness. Just hand the ball off to McChesney. Do it for the children. Brett Sawyer, the leader in sacks on the season with 20.5. He's been an absolute wrecking crew force for the Las Vegas Fury defensive line.
Or you could say a wrecking ball.
A wrecking ball, yeah.
You wouldn't want those notes warmed up.
Ghibli Dew actually tied with him now with 20.5 as he had 2 sacks earlier on. That pass to McChesney, stiff-arming the defender, out of bounds at the 33-yard line, and that will bring us to the end of the first half of play. Your score after the first half, Denver 7, Las Vegas 3, and this one, Matt, looks like it's going to be a defensive battle. You know, both of these teams coming off of wins. It's kind of interesting. Both teams coming off of a win against New Orleans. Denver doing so last week, 34-24 over New Orleans. And then 2 weeks ago, Las Vegas was on their bye week last week. 2 weeks ago, Las Vegas won against New Orleans 20-14. So both coming off wins and both looking to get a win again here tonight. Las Vegas was, I think, left for dead by some people earlier in the season, Matt. At one point, they were 2-5 and looking like they just might not be able to go much further. Since then, they're winners of 3 of their last 4 games. Their only loss coming in Week 10 to Denver. And now here we are in Week 13. They have an absolute must-win. Their defense seems to be getting it done, but the offense struggling. What do you want to see out of Las Vegas in the second half that maybe you didn't see in the first?
You know, keep feeding Red for the ball. I love him using him on the screens. He's just so elusive. They just got to score, even if it's field goals. I mean, it's just 7-3. If you can hit 4 field goals, I mean, that's great, honestly, in the way this game's going. The Denver defense, I mean, the Vegas defense has to be so frustrated when you give your offense the ball 4 times on turnovers and they get 3 points.
Yeah.
That's obviously less than 1 point a turnover. I can do that math.
That is good. We don't even need Nathan Blake for that. You can do that in your head. That's excellent math skills, man.
I know.
But yeah, points off turnovers. We talk about it all the time, and just like you said, the 3 points to the 4 turnovers is just that's not what's going to get it done. And it could come down to field goals. Kramer Jackman, hitting 5 last week. That's 15 points. I think if I can do the math right there. Whew, now we're starting to get more complicated with the multiplication. But
call the Blake in.
15 points in a game that was 29-27, nearly half the points. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Las Vegas is going to get the first shot at it. And Mike Daggs joined in the booth by the Hall of Fame quarterback, Matt Wilson. Nathan Blake on stats, Cameron Irvine, our commissioner and producer, keeping things going for us here behind the scenes. It takes a village, Matt. Max Jackson taking this one out of the end zone. Team crew running on the field. They're going to need to get off the field.
Yeah, hurry up, boys. It takes a village to what? Build
to run the whole league, Matt. To run the league.
I wasn't invited to the village. Is this Survivor? Did I get voted off the island?
You're literally in the booth. You're part of the village.
Oh,
calm down.
It's a 2-man village, very small. I think we're going to run out of population. We can't breed.
Okay. Analogy taken too seriously. Redford taking the handoff on first down. Rumbling his way off tackle to the right. Good for a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Taking a look at the first half stats for Las Vegas. Thomas Rahman, 11 of 18 for 76 yards and a couple of interceptions. Leading receiver for the Furies, Memphis Blue, 3 catches for 31 yards. Robert Redford, now with 14 rushing attempts for 53 yards, averaging 3.8 per carry. That's lower than his season average of 5.9. Redford one-handing that one, but out of bounds. No gain on the play, 3rd and 3.
I'll say this has been some of the ugliest half-pack throws and screens I think I've seen in a game. They've either been out of bounds or caught inbounds for a loss, or caught when the halfback is completely stalled and they can't go anywhere. Come on, guys. Practice.
3rd down and 3. Handing the ball off to Redford, met right at the handoff, basically, and tackled for no gain on the play. Will put a quick end to Las Vegas's first drive. Jenkins with the tackle for a loss.
And that's not how you want to respond. You're Vegas. You scored 3. You had a chance to at least go down the field, get another 3 at least to make it a 1-possession game, even if Denver comes back and scores. But now you've kind of put your D back in the hole. They're going to, pick up where they left off. Let's see if they do it or if Denver makes the necessary adjustments.
Another low snap from the long snapper. Kick taken back at the 40-yard line, returned up to the 42. Take a look at those top 6 standings, Matt. Denver in first place right now, looking to come away with the win tonight to lock that in for the postseason. Seattle, Baltimore, Mexico City, Tallahassee, and Alaska round out those top 6. Baltimore still to play tomorrow night. Seattle with the win earlier this evening. 1st down and 10 for the Nightwings from their own 42-yard line. Miller in the gun. Miller fires over the middle, and that one is also picked off. The pick party continues.
I think it's 94 again.
That's right, Matt. Bobby Ross, 2 picks for the outside linebacker. Who would have guessed that coming into the game?
Darn it, Bobby. That man knows how to do a tip drill, though. He might be the size of a defensive lineman, but he might got it sideswiped there. But the man knows how to pick the ball off. I think he's been doing some receiving drills. Maybe put that man in at tight end.
That's a 6'2", 275-pound beast of a linebacker with 2 picks. He's a ball hawk, man.
Jeez.
An absolute ball hawk.
Is that legal for a linebacker?
1st down and 10 from the 46. Matt's going to go to the next weigh-in. Rahman fires over the middle. That one incomplete. dropped by Cabretti. 2nd down and 10.
The Cabretti drop strikes again. That's what happens when you throw it to the guys. You don't pay them. I mean, you got Funk, you got Blades, and you got Blue. I mean, I at that point I'd put Redford out there at receiver, but not an option, I guess.
2nd down and 10. Josh Miller under center. Excuse me.
Oh!
That one deep over the middle to Memphis Blue. Great completion all the way up to the 23-yard line. And don't look now, Matt, but Las Vegas is looking to actually get some points off of a turnover this time.
Yeah, but if they get in the red zone, can they score a touchdown? They haven't been able to yet.
Well, end zone has been elusive so far.
But they're out of the red zone right now, so maybe they just throw a deep ball in to the end zone. Might be the best course of action here.
Rahman hitting Memphis Blue again, this time down at the 11-yard line. The clock will keep on rolling here as it's another 1st down for Fury.
Well, that's definitely the best gain out of that 5-wide formation. So step 1 of proving that wrong, and I got to do it like 3 more times, then I'll be satisfied. Well, here we go again. 4-wide tight end.
Rahman under center. Looking over the middle, complete.
Well,
And tackled at the 3-yard line. 2nd down and 2. They can get a 1st down before they score, but looking to punch it in here. Chris Knight with another catch.
I think that's the beauty of it, is really you just got to look at it at 2nd and 2. You get the touchdown, it's a bonus, but if you get the 1st down, 3 more cracks at it, I like that, but it's hard getting a yard on this Denver defense so far tonight. Like that.
Redford tackled. No gain on that play. Baca immediately in the backfield.
It's a lot of beef. Where's the beef? Right there.
Third down and 4 from the 5. Full house set.
Screen here.
Rahman looking, has time, but pressure is coming.
Oh,
Down, and that one is also tackled for another loss. Checked it down to the fullback, Jack Russell, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 8.
well, the Russell 3-yard theory's been broken.
Well, that time it was -3.
Yeah, well, I guess it's still alive then. I was going to say, maybe, 3 yards, right? Throw it to Russell. Well, maybe not always the case. You might get 3 or you might get -3.
McRack on the field looking to make it a 1-point ball game. This one from the left hash, 25 yards out. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-6 here in Las Vegas. It's still anybody's ball game. Plenty of turnovers going back and forth, but we'll see what happens on Denver's next drive as we head to a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Three more points for Las Vegas. 7-6. Denver has the lead here with 6:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. McRack kicks it away to Bryce Battle. Battle 4 yards deep into his end zone. He's going to take this one out, spinning his way up through the 20-yard line, and all that run for nothing as he gets the ball to exactly where it would have been had he taken a knee.
Yeah, you might just have want to take a knee. You don't want to fumble, and you're deep in the end zone. You don't need to turn the ball over again. I think maybe Denver should go back to the running game, try to, calm down Miller a bit, get a 1st down perhaps without going through the air.
McChesney takes the handoff, runs up the middle for a gain of 4. Josh Miller, Matt, after the first half now, counting these first couple of possessions, 14 to 25, 153 yards, no touchdowns, and 5 picks. He came into the game with 12, added 5 onto that total. Leading receiver right now for the Night Wings, Logan Keel with 3 catches for 63 yards. McChesney, 10 rushing attempts for 37 yards. See what they can do on this drive. Miller back to throw, checks it down to McChesney. McChesney gets the first down and a little bit more as he fights his way up to the 34-yard line. First down and 10.
Best screen pass of the night. Hit your running back in stride. Let him turn up field, and then McChesney does what McChesney does. Breaks a tackle. Oof, that hit looked a little bit vicious, but picks up the first. And Denver has got a first down without a turnover, so one step at a time.
4 wide receivers on the field for the Night Wings. Play action. Miller fires it to McChesney, and that one's incomplete. In fact, that was Steve Aoki on the pass attempt. Taking a look at that wild card race right now, Las Vegas sitting at number 12. A few things need to happen for them to get above the guillotine line there at number 10 to get into the playoffs. First and foremost, they need to win tonight. If they win and Baltimore wins tomorrow, Vegas is in. If Vegas wins tonight and Queen City wins tomorrow, then they need Chicago to win. Those are the couple of scenarios that can work in Las Vegas's favor.
Well, good job for McChesney getting as many yards as he did. It looks like Las Vegas was swarmed all around him, but he found a little hole and got some yardage. And now Miller's going to have to throw the ball. So hold on to your breaths or your shorts or whatever you want.
Hold on to your breaths, everybody. Take those breaths and hold on to them for dear life. 3rd down and 5. Miller fires over the middle. Aoki with the reception on that one. That one good for a first down.
Phew, I was running out of breath. We've seen this play action play a couple times, and it's gotten broken up, but this time Denver was playing quite a bit off of Aoki. Interesting choice for a receiver.
Well, it worked there. First down and 10, and the drive stays alive as Denver is looking to get that first overall seed. Miller deep over the middle. Oh my goodness. Pick number 6. Jonathan Taylor Sconsing with the hat trick, Matt. My goodness.
Well, when they say pick 6, it doesn't mean 6 picks, but I guess you can say now he has picks 6.
And this is just absolutely crazy. You know, you talk about turnover differential, and you know, turnovers can win or lose ball games for you depending on which way it goes. And you know, last season Denver went to Vancouver in the last week of the regular season with the chance to win home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and they lost 31-27 to Vancouver. Will they suffer the same fate tonight after all of these interceptions? I guess, you know, Matt, a lot of it's going to depend on that man right there, Robert Redford, and if he can get things going here for this Las Vegas offense. Only 2 field goals so far.
Well, they're almost in, you know, like I say, they have McRack, so they can kick a long field goal, but just pick up your first downs, you know, nothing flashy. Just 5 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards at a time. Right here.
Robert Redford getting a couple there. And, you know, Matt, worst case scenario, if they can't get the passing game going and they need to, maybe they could just, you know, head over to the defensive side of the bench and say, hey, Taylor Sconsing, get out there at wide receiver. We need you. He's caught enough passes from Josh Miller.
The defense could just get a pick 6. That would just solve all the problems. But, you know, they've been doing enough.
Redford trying to get off tackle to the left, and he can't do it. This Nightwing defense, you got to give them credit. They have adapted to what took place in Week 10, and they have just stuffed him so far tonight.
I don't know. I know there's been, you know, a combination of quarterbacks that have thrown more picks in a game and won, but I wonder, you know, if this could be one of the biggest turnover differentials in SNL history if Denver holds on to win.
Punt is away. He's going to let this one bounce down to the 4, the 3,
nice.
And it is downed all the way at the 3-yard line. Great special teams play by the Las Vegas Fury. Will they be able to capitalize on it, or will Denver get down the field? We'll find out after this break. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, presented by APM Music. And welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. Silver State Stadium, the site of this ball game. Miller under center will hand the ball off to McChesney in the end zone, getting out past the line of scrimmage, and a nice run on first down to give him a little bit of breathing room. Now 47 yards on the ground as you see the halfback comparison.
It hasn't been pretty for either one, but if you're Denver, with this turnover problem, you gotta keep trying to run the ball. At least if you don't turn it over and punt, you're not giving up major field position.
Robert Redford on the other side of the field, one of the top 5 rushers in the league in terms of yards, touchdowns. Wow, look at that sack all the way back at the 6-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and 8.
And Mike, Denver with 6 straight interceptions, not including their possession with the half ended with a couple seconds to go. So it's been nothing but dead roses for the Denver offense.
Yeah, it's been a rough outing here. I can't remember the last time. I mean, this team is 10-1. When have you ever seen a team with 10 wins and 1 loss having 6 straight possessions ending in picks?
I don't
Miller,
know.
play action. We won't see this
That
one
won't
end in a
do
pick,
it.
but it also won't get him a first down. So this one will end in a
gosh.
punt. At least it's not another pick, I guess.
And like I said, no matter who wins this game, Denver's opponents have got to be looking at this film and starting it deeply and licking their chops on what to do defensively, because you can't feel good going into the playoffs with a performance like this, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good scouting tip for all the other teams. Just basically watch the film from any Vice Wars game. Denver Nightwings versus the Las Vegas Fury. They have all been close. They've all been good. And Las Vegas has won 2 of them so far. Looking to potentially win 3 and play the upset here tonight?
There's only one way to find out.
We're going to take a 30-second break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Get this drive started after this. Stay with us. And we're back to get this Las Vegas drive started, trying to take their first lead of the night. Still cannot get Robert Redford going. And it's just crazy to think, Matt. 5.9 yards per carry on average so far this season. Good for 3rd place in the league. 4th in touchdowns with 13. 3rd in rush yards, as you saw earlier, with 1,362. Matt, the last time they met, he averaged 12.9 yards per carry. Obviously, that average is skewed by his 72-yard run and the 2 80-yard runs, but still.
It's not skewed. It all counts in the... Whoa.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Rahman nearly throwing that one right to... Well, he did throw it right to B.J. Armstrong, nearly picked off. But, yeah, the average counts. It all goes part of the total. 22 carries, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Last game against Denver. Last week, 25 carries, 145 yards, averaged 5.8, and that one, his long was 72. So he's good for these long runs, just hasn't gotten it going tonight. 20 attempts, only 53 yards, not even on the field here on 3rd down and 11. That one, a short pass over the middle to the 40. And Matt, they're not going to be in field goal range. Do you punt from the 40? You can't do a field goal. It'd be a 57
I think you have to
yarder.
punt. It's a 6-7 game. If your punter can pin him again, inside the 10, I'm all for it, because you don't want to give, even if it's at the 20, you don't want to give Denver any kind of momentum at this point. You make them go down the field, make them work for it, because obviously they've struggled in 6 straight possessions.
See if Fofo can get another punt inside the 5-yard line. This one, a high coffin corner kick. It'll bounce down to the 4-yard line. 3-2, and it rolls into the end zone. That was a beautiful kick and barely rolling into the end zone for a touchback. That hurts.
You got to blame the special teams, not him. You got to touch the ball, guys. You don't look at it like a bunch of dumb
well, Matt, this is a family program.
I said dumb people, okay? They look like they'd seen a ghost or something. Oh, we can't touch it.
It's toxic. Stay away. 1st and 10. McChesney takes the handoff off tackle to the left, and he gets some yards this time, getting his way all the way up to the 34-yard line. Gain of 14 is good for a 1st down.
This game's just humming along, almost to the 4th quarter, and we're pretty much at 0-0. It feels like. Yeah,
I mean, it's
the way this game is, it's like 0 to -1.
Lots of turnovers tonight. There was a bunch of turnovers in the game earlier on this evening as well, and grand total of 7 between these teams tonight.
Miller, don't toss it to deep in the middle of the field. Bad Ione.
Hit as he throws, and that one is complete. That catch all the way up at midfield by Logan Keel. Keel, the leading receiver so far between either of these squads. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Put your 4s up in the chat. Denver Nightwings 7, Las Vegas Fury 6. We'll be back after a short break. Stay with us. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on the 11 Sports Network is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to help #secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by SpyGoat, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots brought to you by Airviews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. Getting the fourth quarter started, I am Mike Daggs in the booth with the Hall of Fame quarterback, Matt Wilson. Denver handing the ball off to McChesney, first down and 10 from the 49. They'll gain 2 up to the 47-yard line. And, Matt, we were talking about it during the break. It's just absolutely wild to look at the turnover differential in this ball game. Josh Miller with 6 interceptions, Thomas Rahman on the Fury with only 1, but yet Denver's winning.
By 1. Yeah.
Only by 1, but winning. McChesney.
And this defense is playing out of its mind. If you put almost any other team in the SFL and say, here, we're going to spot you 5 turnovers, they'd be like,
okay,
we're going to win. But that's why you play the game. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. That's what makes this league great. It makes this league fun.
Any given Monday as well.
Well, yes. Or Saturday.
Third down and 9. Miller over the middle. That one's caught by Avery Allen. He's been somewhat quiet tonight, just his 3rd catch, but that one good for a first down to keep the chains moving. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line.
There's Miller with a clean pocket throwing to a man that's, he was open, considering, but Vegas has kind of been all over the ball, and if these passes are slightly behind or just not right on the money, that's where Miller's gotten in trouble. It's been deflection city.
5 wide on the field for the Nightwings. Miller in the gun. Miller throws over the middle. Triple coverage. My goodness, Matt. My heart just skipped a beat. I thought that was pick number 7.
I think that's been the problem when they've gone to that empty set and Vegas will run the 3-2. They're just ready for that. For whatever Denver pulls out, they're just all over the ball. So back to the ground, I say. 2nd and 10. See if McChesney can give you at least 5 here and make this manageable.
McChesney with 15 rushing attempts. Won't get 16 this time, but he does take it through the air, falls to the ground, and I guess he was touched because they blew the whistle on that one. Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 11. Las Vegas fighting for their playoff lives in this one. The defense really pulling out all the stops, leaving it all on the field, just waiting for the offense to get things going. Big 3rd down and 11 here, right on the very edge of Kramer-Jackman range. Miller firing over the middle, back away and incomplete, and we'll see what happens here on this one, Matt. This would be a 51-yarder. He's made plenty from this distance. He made 2 52-yarders in Week 10.
You hate to call it a gimme, but that's why you got a guy like Jackman. The only thing I'd say is if they get a bad snap or if someone from Vegas surges up the middle, but 3 points in a game like this feels like 24 points.
Looks like the holder is at the 41, making this a 51-yarder right in the middle between the hashes. He has never missed on his career. Kick is up, and it is good from 51 yards out. 10-6 here in Vegas. Denver with the lead and maintaining the lead.
I think it was still going up. Okay, it was coming down, but look where this hits. Yeah, he could have made that from about 55. I think the wind is prevailing on this side, so it's just
good.
So
good
now Vegas needs a touchdown now.
Well, something that has eluded them all game long. A field goal at this point, isn't the worst thing, but touchdown to take that lead for the first time in the ball game would certainly be what the doctor ordered. As Max Jackson takes a knee, brings this one out to the 20-yard line.
I always wondered, why isn't Daly Holder a holder? His name's Holder. Like, shouldn't you put him in, as a holder?
Well, typically, Matt, I don't think that they assign player positions based off of their names.
Well, in this case, you should make an exception.
Split backs in the backfield.
He's the
holder
of the day. He's the daily holder.
Thomas Rahman fires the out route to Memphis Blue at the top. Good for a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1.
That's what you get in the Matt commentary. Things you never wanted to know or never were interested in, but I just say them anyways.
It was actually
Too much
John
time on my
Blades.
hands.
John Blades with the reception. That was his second catch of the ball game.
See if Redford can bust one here, or at least get this critical first down.
Offset I formation. Redford does get the handoff. Pressure coming in the backfield, but he gets by and breaks through a couple more tackles. Gets his way all the way up to the 44-yard line. That's the sort of run we've been waiting for, Matt.
They keep going off tackle, though, and there's not a lot of room. Redford had made that run all by himself. Look at the traffic he's got to run through. I mean, look at that. He breaks off a tackle, jukes past another guy, spins past another guy. That's all Redford. They need to install some traps or some dives because really Denver's got that off tackle run red. They tried it in the end zone and didn't work either. So we'll see if they got anything up else up their sleeve running wise.
Rahman to throw.
No.
Trying to hit not John Blades. That was Jack Russell. Trying to hit Jack Russell in the backfield.
Hashtag throw it to the fullback.
I think it's supposed to be hashtag throw it to the tight end, Matt. But,
well, they don't have one, it seems, so it's the fullback, the next heaviest man on the team.
We have indeed seen plenty of fullback throws this evening. Not very many of them have been successful. Second down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Rahman to throw. Rahman firing over the middle, quadruple coverage.
Oh, my God.
What a dangerous throw, trying to hit Memphis Blue, but underthrew the pass. 3rd and 10.
It's been the story with this Denver team. I mean, where are your outs? Where are your screens? Where are your easy throws? They've been trying to just kind of
most of the time just
Vegas, sorry. Yeah, they just been trying to throw it. Just they're making it hard on Rahman. They don't need to make.
It'll get a little bit more air under it. Rahman to throw on 3rd down and 10. Fires into the middle, and that one is complete, but it'll bring up a 4th down and 9. Still plenty of time on the clock, so the Fury will punt. And, Matt, it looks like it could come down to a game of nothing but field goals for Las Vegas, but they've done it before. Las Vegas beat Sioux Falls earlier this season, 19-16. No offensive touchdowns, so if it's death by 1,000 field goals, so be it. A win's a win.
Yeah, but you can't win by death by. There's no death by 1,000 punts.
No, you gotta get in field goal range, and McRack with a good leg, but they've been just held short on several drives now.
I don't believe that's McRack.
The kicker.
Oh right, I thought you were talking about the punter. My bad.
Nope, McRack, the punter on Las Vegas last season, he converted to kicker this past offseason. Lonnie Pofo is the new punter for the Fury. Josh Miller under center, split backs in the backfield, 1st down and 10 from their own 14-yard line. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. McChesney rumbling up the middle, good gain of 6 on the carry. Bobby Ross with the tackle.
That's what I think.
Down and 4.
Las Vegas needs more of those types of runs, quick hitters.
Coming up tomorrow night, Baltimore at Queen City at 7 p.m. Eastern time, followed by Sioux Falls at Chicago. Huge implications for all the teams involved in those games, and Las Vegas if they can pull out the win tonight. This defense has been doing a great job all night, but McChesney gashing them on these last couple of runs, 1st down and 10 up to the 28-yard line. And Matt, if Las Vegas can win, they stay alive at least for tonight until the games tomorrow, and they would eliminate Houston from playoff contention. If Las Vegas loses, then they are out, and then Houston stays alive, and we'll have to see what happens tomorrow.
I don't think anyone wants to play Houston right now.
No, talk about a team that people kind of wrote off earlier on in the season, and now are just playing absolutely lights out football, taking down your beloved Aztecs earlier this season as well, man.
And your beloved Aztecs, excuse me.
I was just trying to pin that whole thing on you.
Hashtag blame Ramos.
2nd down and inches from the 37-yard line. Denver just trying to protect that 4-point lead as they try to run as much clock as they can here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, time's ticking.
Split backs in the backfield. Throw for the first down is complete. What a nice catch and spin by Giacomo Jones.
Yeah, I thought he was going to catch that and go out of bounds. He spun inbounds, which is to Denver's great advantage because tick, 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 clock continues to run. And, I mean, they could end it here. If they just take all the time off the clock and score a touchdown, I think this game's over.
Miller out route to the bottom of the screen. Wide open is Logan Keel. Keel with plenty of receptions tonight. Now over 80 yards. He had over 116 yards in their game in Week 10. Somewhat quiet last week, but he's getting back to it tonight.
Yeah, in the playoffs, no one's safe. I mean, can you imagine if that hot Houston team played Denver right now? Oof.
Yeah.
Could get scary. I'm not saying they'd win, but it's super competitive.
McChesney hit the backfield, breaking through the first tackle, getting back to the line. Tackled at the 49-yard line, and probably what could arguably be the biggest third down of the night for this Las Vegas defense.
Mike, they're calling us the M&M boys. I don't know. It sounds a little...
I could go for some M&Ms, so
yeah,
if Doug Day wants to bring me some M&Ms, I'll take it.
Yeah, okay.
I had some M&Ms right before the broadcast, Matt.
I had a hot dog.
Delicious. Ball is handed off to McChesney on third down.
Yeah.
He gets the first, and that's going to take at least another 2 minutes off this clock if they keep it on the ground. And now time is at a critical moment here for the Fury.
Yeah, it's definitely at a premium. And Vegas can afford to give up the field goal, but they can't afford to give up the touchdown. So if I'm them, I'm stacking the box here because they're going to run McChesney a bunch more times, I would think.
Miller letting that play clock tick down. McChesney hit right at the line. Brought down, no gain on the play. Tackled right at the line. Rhett Sawyer with the tackle. Second down and 10.
And tick, 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 like 60 minutes. Like something else I can't remember. Sands through the hourglass. That's what I was thinking of. There we go.
Some profound analysis brought to you by Matt Wilson.
That's why I'm
he's in the Hall of Fame, folks.
That's why I'm the number 2 man for a reason.
McChesney hit at the line again, this time able to drag some defenders with him for a gain of 2 outside of field goal range. So, what was the biggest third down of the night has come and gone, but now a new biggest third down of the night. And Las Vegas keeps getting them to third down, but can't stop them.
Well, you got to think that they're going to throw here. So don't turn the ball over. That's priority number 1 if you're Denver.
Well, they will indeed throw unless we see Miller run off with it.
I doubt that highly.
Third down and 10, 2.5 to go in the ball game. Miller, pressure coming, out route complete.
Oh, that's not
out of bounds. He's short by 3 yards.
I don't think they're in range.
It would be, I think, a career long for Jackman if he was to try it from this distance. That would be, about 56 yards. You said he could probably make it from 55. They're not going to try it, Matt. Lily Long on to punt.
No, I wouldn't either. The way Vegas hasn't shown they could score a touchdown.
And that's exactly what they need at this point. We'll see how this punt goes. Heading.
Oh, boy.
5, see how the bounce.
Oh, boy.
And they carry it into the end zone. He should have thrown it back onto the field of play. The Duke carrying it into the end zone for the touchback. So 80 yards to go, Matt. Now, fun fact, if you remember, I said a certain someone had 2 80-yard touchdown runs last week. That man right there, Robert Redford, doesn't even have 80 yards on the ground tonight, but could we see an 80-yarder right here to put this one into Las Vegas's hands?
Throw him a swing pass. You got time.
Rahman out route to the bottom of the screen. That went out of bounds. Brett Funk with the reception. So you see those playoff standings once again. Denver fighting to get that number 1 seed locked up and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Las Vegas at number 12 right now. They get the win, they stay alive, and then it's up to Baltimore and Chicago tomorrow night to pull off wins and help Las Vegas get into the playoffs at the number 9 seed. There's that swing art you asked for. Went for absolutely nothing. Third down and 10.
I asked for it on first down, to be fair. Doesn't count if I asked for it. I didn't ask for it on
See if
second.
they can get this snap off before the 2-minute warning. They do. Rahman checking it down short. Gain of only 3. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go in the ball game. They're going to have to go for this one. 4th down and 7. Biggest play of the night coming up after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. Biggest play of the ball game for Las Vegas right here. 4th and 7. They need to convert this one to keep their playoff hopes going. Rahman back to throw, firing over the middle, batted down and incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Denver will take over at the Las Vegas 23-yard line. Matt, a field goal on this drive by Denver doesn't kill the game for the Fury, but a touchdown basically does.
They ran my least favorite formation right there. The non-Redford 4 wide, 1 tight end. It's gotten them, I think, their best gain of like 10 yards once, but it's been a real flop all night long.
And now we will see a heavy dose of McChesney, and Las Vegas will likely be forced to burn all 3 of their timeouts. 4-3 formation out of the Fury defense. McChesney off tackle to the right. Good yards on that one, brought down by Max Jackson, and Las Vegas does indeed burn timeout number 1.
They can't play those safeties that far off. They got to have everybody on the line. I don't care. You got to take the risk. Play man coverage on the receivers that are on the outside, but you have to stop the run. The line must be drawn here.
Try to get a tackle for a loss here, maybe force Denver to even think about throwing. Josh Miller with plenty of interceptions so far tonight. Offset eye in the backfield. McChesney takes the handoff again and does not get the first down. Knee was down, 1 yard shy. 3rd down and 1. If the Night Wings can get the first down here, they win the ball game. If they are stopped, field goal try and a 7-point lead with the ball back in Las Vegas's hands. So it really all comes down to this right here, Matt. 3rd down and 1 from the 14-yard line. The Las Vegas Fury season on the line. Ball is handed off, and it's a first down and more into the end zone. Denver is going to come away with the win and the number 1 seed.
Wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone, Mike. Don't nobody leave your seats yet. They scored fast.
They did.
If Vegas can score quickly and then recover an onside kick like we saw in the some other games this season, like our game, Mexico City game, then it's not over.
This is true. And, Max Jackson ready to return a kickoff after this extra point try. Does have 1 kick return for a touchdown that came in week 9.
Yep.
Could he get another one here? Jeffrey Daggs getting 2 kick returns for a touchdown in the Mexico City game in week 13 to give the Aztecs the win. Coming up tomorrow night, Baltimore at Queen City and Sioux Falls at Chicago. Queen City and Sioux Falls both hoping for a Las Vegas loss tonight, as they're hoping to keep their playoff hopes alive as well. Max Jackson standing deep in his own end zone. Will he take it out?
I would.
And he does not. Wants to save the time, Matt.
I think you got to go. I mean, it's Max Jackson, you know.
I would have tried it, you know.
If you burn 15 seconds, so what? If you go take it to the house, then it changes the complexion of the game completely, because your offense has not shown the ability to throw it deep.
Right. Look what happened in the Mexico City game. First, not even the first play of overtime, the kickoff in overtime taken to the house by Jeffrey Daggs for the walk-off touchdown. Thomas Rahman to throw. Quick pass over the middle is complete for a first down. They will hurry back to the line. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. One timeout remaining.
That's not going to be enough yards. They got to go deeper.
I'm to throw again. Pressure coming.
God.
And he is sacked. That is an absolutely devastating sack by Nick Miller, as that'll run another 20 seconds off the clock on that play.
Watch out for Baca here.
Pass is batted away and incomplete. 3rd down and 17 coming up.
You got to have those deep plays in your playbook. Some posts, no routes. I mean, something.
So 3rd down and 17 with 1:10 to go. Thomas Rahman desperately trying to keep his team's playoff hopes alive here.
My
Got to
favorite
at least
formation.
get half of this back.
They got a deep bomb out of this.
Rahman firing down the right sideline, picked off. That's the ball game. Interception to end it, just like that happened in Week 10. B.J. Armstrong with the pick back in Week 10. It was Josh Vasquez with the interception to seal the fate of the Fury, and that is how Las Vegas's season is going to come to an end. They will fall to 5-7 and will be officially eliminated from playoff contention. It was a great comeback effort after going 2-5 through the first 7, winning 3 of their last 4, now 3 of their last 5. As Denver goes into the victory formation and Las Vegas burns their final timeout. Matt, Denver will secure the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and that will do it for them right there at number 1. Nobody can overtake them now. And Matt, what does that mean for the Night Wings?
Well, it's good for the Night Wings, but like a lot of teams below them have to be licking their chops, saying, "Well, this team's looking a little vulnerable, at least offensively. We can take advantage of it." So Denver's got to look at the playbook, say, "What did we do right? What did we do wrong?" and make some decent adjustments, I would say.
Sioux Falls at 5-6, Queen City at 5-6. Las Vegas will fall to 5-7. Houston will stay alive. All of them are going to need a little bit of help to get into the playoffs, starting with a win from either Queen City or Sioux Falls to, solidify their playoff chances. Houston will need both of those teams to lose if their hopes of making it to the postseason are going to stay in the balance. So that will do it for this one, as the clock will expire. The final score here in Las Vegas will be Denver 17, Las Vegas 6. Matt, your final thoughts on this ball game?
Just one of the wackiest games I've seen in the SFL. The opposing quarterback throws 6 picks, and your offense only scores 6 points. Problematic.
Josh Miller, 24 of 39 for 233 yards, no touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Matt, his quarterback rating is a 38.7, and somehow his team still comes away with the victory. As you see the team comparison, the final stats, it's crazy to think. -4 turnover differential, and you still win.
Yeah, -4, and that one at the end was just a desperation play.
Right. Otherwise, -5. Yeah.
5. Yeah. So, like I said, there's a lot of things to tune for the Denver offense, because if you're playing a team on the upper echelon, 2 through whatever and make the playoffs, that's not going to cut the mustard. I'm sorry.
Coming up tomorrow night on 11 Sports, more Simulation Football League action at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The Baltimore Vultures will head to Buffalo, New York to take on the Queen City Corsairs. Eric Vincent and Andy Hamilton have the call. Then at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we close out the regular season here in Season 13 with the Chicago Wildcats playing host to the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Cameron Irvine and Charles Doherty will have the honors of wrapping things up for us, and then they will break down the playoff matchups that will be coming up in just a few days. Wild card starts on October 12th. Take a look at who the player of the game is in this one. Matt, any guesses? Who could it possibly be?
The Las Vegas defense?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor-Sconsing for player of the game.
I mean, who?
No, it's got to be Jared McChesney. 24 rushing attempts, 107 yards. Got it into the end zone 2 times. Not the best stats of all, and it is indeed Jared McChesney with his 2 touchdown performance and hitting triple digits. After running it 24 times. So, Matt, that'll do it for us in the regular season. We'll be back in the playoffs. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, presented by APM Music. For Matt Wilson, Nathan Blake, our commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine, and everyone here at the Simulation Football League and 11 Sports, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you so much for joining us, everybody, and have a great night.